Okay, what I'd like to talk about today briefly is practice, organization, and fundamentals. I didn't want to be a coach that just gave lip service to fundamentals. We wanted to do fundamentals every working day at our practice, and we found it worked best for our kids if we had everybody doing the same thing, freshman through varsity, and I'll explain how we did this. Our varsity team would stretch on one field and the freshmen and sophomores together on another field. When they were done at the beginning of practice, and you'll see it on the board behind me here, I'll get out of the way in a minute, we went to our station. I was the head coach and I ran the clock and the whistle. And what we did is we did defense first at the varsity level, and we did offense first with the freshman and sophomore level. We divided our teams up into groups as best we could, and we had, when we started the stations, 5 minutes a station. Now that can adjust during the season if you need a 5-minute, 4-minute, or 3-minute station. But let me explain what we emphasized, things we wanted to get good at, things we wanted to have a base of for our program. When we worked our stations for defense, what we did was an agility station, tackling, and then a 7 or 5-man station with a sled. Offense, the freshmen and sophomores were doing agility, 5-man sled, and the chutes. While we're doing this, our quarterbacks at all levels, freshmen through varsity, were with a quarterback coach and working on fundamentals that were specific just to a quarterback. But let me explain the stations quickly, which is the crux of the presentation. Our defensive stations with agility were all done in a 4-point stance, regardless of your position, defensive backs, whatever. We wanted you to be able to move, and we did very basic, simple things. We did up and back through 5 bags. We did swing the hips through 5 bags, and then we scrambled over the top of the 5 bags. So we went down and back, and we hustled through everything. That's station 1. At second station was tackling. And this was either form tackling, tackling with the 1-man sled, or tackling bags. We worked a lot on the positioning, the body, tackling with the shoulder, never putting your head down, and we changed the rotation of what tackling we did every day. The third station was either a 7-man or a 5-man sled. And this was my baby, the thing I wanted to get done the most. It was almost my pet peeve when we did it wrong. High school football players have a tendency to let too many people get to their chest. What we tried to teach with this station over and over every day, and we didn't change the routine on this, it's the old-fashioned thing of where you'd start with one person at the end of a sled, and after they complete their rep, they would move down. We would rapid-fire guys through. And what we wanted to get done here, which sometimes we did, sometimes we didn't, but we kept working at it, we always wanted our hands locked out, elbows inside the shoulders, and butt down. We did not want to play this way. When you look at high school films today, you see a lot of this. I know techniques are changing, but this is what we wanted every day. Now, we'll go to the offensive stations, and there is a little carryover here. The agility drills that we did on the defensive side are done at offense, except they're done in a 2-point stance. We're doing up and back, so we don't, it's like a defensive back drill is really what it is. In alignment, it's good for their flexibility and agility. We also did facing the bag this way, plant and cut off your outside hip, and then bring it back. And then the last part of the drill here was sprint as fast as you can over the top, not hitting the bag. Second station was a 5-man sled, and we usually tried to have one of our offensive line coaches take care of this for us, and we worked every day on stepping with a right foot or left foot and just getting a quick hit and driving and finishing with our hands out. Just like we talked about the defense with our hands inside our shoulders. That's how we ended blocking. We were not a zone blocking team. We were not a drop back passing team. We were a running team, and we did block with the shoulder, and we did work on getting our butt down. There was no bucket steps, and it's old-fashioned, but that's what we did. The last station, which we really liked, were the chutes, and we coached this very hard. We'd get all our players stationed through this and work on getting off the ball and firing off low and becoming a sprinter. We talked about being a sprinter, and this is where it really came to be, that we didn't have anybody offering resistance on the other side. It was just going through the chutes as a sprinter. So we'd cock the elbow and get off the ball as fast as we could. Now, the stations that we do were really just for our team. And that's what we did wherever we coached. That's how we wanted to do it. If your program isn't based along these same kind of lines, you could substitute whatever you would want in this type of a format. What this did, the kids knew and the coaches knew every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, this is how practice started after stretch. So we did this. The head coach runs it, so you make sure everything's going on the way you want it. You're done in a timely manner, and you can make sure your freshmen and sophomores are doing what you want them to learn to become your varsity players. Thank you.